think that generally speaking, people, like everyone has struggles when it comes to the holidays because there's a lot of dysfunction in families that may not have anything to do with addiction. But I think as far as like personally for me, for someone in recovery is that like a lot of my family members used. So when I did first get clean, it was like I wasn't able to go to those like family functions. And then at a certain point where I felt a little bit stronger in my recovery, then I was able to go there, and then I quickly decided that like it wasn't something that I wanted to do. I think it's difficult because, I'll speak for myself, but I know that like I did a large amount of damage to my family and my family relationships through my using. And I think that as far as my family goes, those are some things that will never be forgiven. So it's always been like a very like anxious situation and like, you know, nervous and tension going into it for the day before and the day of, and I think that, I think it's just hard knowing that like you're the person in the room that has been the black sheep of the family because you've done this thing that is not socially acceptable and it's not allowed, and most people, not most people, but some people still don't look at it as like a disease, and they look at it as more of a, this is a choice that you made and this is who you decided to be, and that's not ever how it was for me. But when I was put in a room of those types of people, it was always super uncomfortable for me because I like bought into that perception that like it was a choice and I made my bed and now I have to lay in it type thing. Mm-hmm. So I think that's why it's always been difficult for me personally.
Can you, so this is probably separate, but can you talk about a little bit about like I know you said that you felt like the black sheep of the family. Like I felt like the black sheep of the family. I'm sure my family as a whole felt like the black sheep of the entire family. So like, how do you like work on getting through that?
I think for me, that was a lot of like self-internal work, because that was like a belief system that had been ingrained in me since even long before I started using. It was that like, you're not accepted, you're not loved, you're not worth it, you're not good enough. So I think that like fed my addiction, but I also think that, it's in any situation, if you walk into a room and you feel like the odd man out, it's natural discomfort, it's natural anxiety, which causes fear, which causes like emotions, which cause, you know what I mean? Like all of those play on each other, and it's kind of like this vicious cycle, and once your mind takes you there, you're just kind of there until you do something actively to get out of it, which there are things that you can do. But when I was new in recovery, I didn't know those yet, you know? I just got blessed with a good network of people.
Right. Okay, so talk a little bit about preventative steps that you might take or that you can suggest to other people in recovery.
For going into an event like that? I think first and foremost is set up an exit plan. So like if you can't drive, then you need to make sure that you have someone that you can call to get you out of that situation if it does get bad, or if you start feeling weird, or you start feeling like you want to use, or even just like emotionally discomfort. Always have a way out, you know? In any situation that could be potentially damaging, always have a way out. I think second, something that was super helpful for me in the beginning is that like I got thrown into this group of women when I got into recovery it was like a sisterhood, you know? And at every family function, like I would go to their family function and then they would come with me to mine. So it was always like, you know, travel in pairs. If you're not comfortable, bring somebody with you. That way you can leave whenever you want. You have somebody there that you can identify with. You have somebody there that you can talk to if you start feeling like you want to use. There are different routes, and there's a lot of preventative things that you can do. And like also ultimately is like, and I don't want to sound callous when I say this, but you don't have to go. You know, like I know that for me, I felt like obligated to go, because when I first got clean, I was like, God, I've missed 10 years of these events. So I felt like I needed to go so that everybody could see how good I was doing or whatever. But like really when it comes down to it is making a decision on like what's more important. Is my recovery, my comfort level, my strength more important, or is it showing my face at this family event so that they can see how good I'm doing? And I think when you put it like that, the decision is really actually pretty simple.